translation. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, who, by his own effulgence, while situated in himself, has manifested this cosmos. May he also protect religion for all goodness. Please kindly repeat. Let us all offer our respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, who by his own effulgence, while situated in himself, has manifested this cosmos. May he also protect religion for all goodness. Purport. Lust for sexual intercourse is so strong that it appears herein that Brahma could not be dissuaded from his determination in spite of appeal from his great sons like Maricha. Therefore, the great sons began to pray to the Supreme Lord for the good sense of Brahma. It is only by the grace of the Supreme Lord that one can be protected from the allurement of lusty material desires. The Lord gives protection to devotees who are always engaged in his transcendental loving service. By his causeless mercy, he forgives the accidental fall of a devotee. Therefore, sages like Maricha prayed for the mercy of the Lord, and their prayer was fruitful. Om Namo, where are we? Om Jnana Timarandasya Jnanan Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militan Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschachade Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I thank you all for coming here to the class, listening to me, those online. I don't particularly feel qualified. It's interesting subject matter. Particularly, I'm afflicted by what's described in the purport. So I ask your blessings. I can say a few words. Maybe we can together free ourselves from this and be strong on the path of Krishna consciousness. Vancha kalpa trivishya kripa sindubhya vacha patito na pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. What is the reason this material world exists? Anyone know? What is the reason this material world exists? Facilitate material desires, false enjoyment, we'd ask for it, independence, Prabhuji, purification. Ladies, what's the reason why this material world is manifested? Because what? Curious, yeah. It's always good to see what's on the other side of the fence in this, from the spiritual perspective viewpoint. The reason this world exists is because of ichcha, because of desire, because we want the desire to enjoy or lord it over the material world. That is the reason why this material world is manifested. Krishna is happily enjoying his pastimes in the spiritual world. We are there to help him. But somehow or another we thought, hey, wait a minute. Why is that fellow getting all the attention? Why all the ladies after him? What about me? I'm the number one guy. Who feels like that? You feel like that? The fact is, you might say no, but we do feel like that. That's why we're here in the material world, because we want that attention. And that desire to enjoy is translated into karma. Karma also means lust. And what does Krishna say in the Bhagavad Gita regarding this? Yes, it is the all-devouring, sinful enemy of the living entity. It is the root cause of our material entanglement and shackles and the bondage of material world. It's not very, very easy to overcome this. Many examples there of people who have fallen victim of this. There are generally 4 regulative principles. No gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex. So over the years of my Krishna consciousness, I've seen devotees come and go. And very, very few devotees have decided, oh, hey, man, I fancy a McDonald's. I'm going to McDonald's. So eating meat is not a strong vice that devotees fall prey to. It's something we're happy to give up. Gambling, also, not so many devotees feel like they want to just go to Las Vegas and want to just, try their luck. Then we have intoxication and alcohol. And as we go up, we see there's more difficulties that devotees find in the path. Intoxication, taking drugs, is also very, very strong and very, very powerful. And I've seen many devotees leave because of this strong need to have intoxication. And ultimately, I have witnessed and fallen victim myself of the last one, which is the attraction we have for the opposite. And Lord Brahma, who is a great elevated personality, who is the topmost demigod, is also come to the victim of his senses. And we also see a great Brahmin from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Which Brahmin are we, or am I thinking of? Ajamil. A very nice Pakka Brahmin, following his duties very, very nicely, executing Dharma. And then it just so happens he was in the forest collecting some wood for the fire yagya, and he saw a scene that disturbed his mind. And then from there, he lost all sense of control. And then, like snakes and ladders, when you're at number 99, he came down. So it's a powerful attraction. We see also in the Ramayana a powerful sage. Who am I talking about? Sage Vishwamitra. He was performing severe austerities, trying to get Tejas. He saw Vashishta had a lot of power. He was a Kshatriya. Vashishta was a Brahmin. Vashishta somehow or another defeated Vishwamitra. And that enraged Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya. He was a king before. And he also wanted this Brahma Tejas. He wanted this Brahma Shakti. When you get Brahma Shakti, it is a very, very powerful Tejas that if you're not careful, you can misuse it. If you're good, then you can use it for better purpose. So he was in deep meditation. And then when he was in meditation, he didn't even see the object of his sense gratification. What was it? the ankle bells, the twinkling sound of the ankle bells. That's all it was, that sound that broke his meditation. And then he left his path of austerities to become a Brahmin so that he could fulfill his desires. Then, although these are the examples that we see sometimes on the path, it's sometimes considered like a razor's edge. It's not an easy path. We have to be very, very vigilant. If we're not vigilant, it's easy. Isn't it sometimes when you're shaving, at least gentlemen, if you're not careful, not paying attention, it's very easy to get cut, isn't it? Who's cut themselves shaving their head? Okay, don't ask that devotee to shave your head again. It's very sharp, this path. But yet, there's a little bit of hope, or maybe more than a little, in the verse. So although Brahma is being appealed not to follow his senses, the sages are asking him. So out of the appeal, out of Brahma being an elevated, living entity, still he can't control his senses. What is the comforting factor in this? Prabhuji? Krishna, yes. The situation is that they're asking for the Lord for protection for Brahma. They're asking the Lord, appealing to him to help their father, Lord Brahma. So we also have the situation where Haridas Thakur was chanting his rounds, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And as he was chanting his round, then Ramachandra Khan, is that correct? Sent a prostitute to try and break his vows. So you can imagine this scene. It's the dead of the night. You're trying to chant your japa, and then Manika comes there knocking on your cave. Are you going to be focusing on your rounds, or are you going to be swayed away by this form that's been presented to you? So some might be swayed away, but Haridas Thakur, he took shelter of the holy name. As explained, he took shelter of Krishna. And then, interestingly enough, he didn't deny the desire of the prostitute. He said, yes, I will fulfill your desire. Don't worry. You just wait over here. Once I finish my rounds, then after that, I will fulfill your desire. Of course, Haridas Thakur didn't just have 16 rounds to chant. We struggle with 16. Who struggles with 16? So Haridas Thakur, I believe, had 192 rounds. So once at Yoga Pit, I don't want to boast, I did 64 rounds. That was quite a struggle. I don't think I've tried that again. So Haridas Thakur was chanting 192 rounds. So then there he was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. He wasn't machine gun japa. He wasn't dive bomb japa, falling asleep. He wasn't radar japa, looking at your phone. It was intense bhajan. He was chanting the holy name. And he was actually getting something called ruchi, some taste. And because his chanting was very, very pure, even though right next to him was an allurement, he was not affected. The power of the holy name protected him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You may be known, this one devotee in Bombay, he was also in the same situation. Somebody sent some woman to try and break his vow. Then he became a sensational page in Bombay Gazette. Hare Krishna breaks his brahmachari vow. Then that's it. Big misinformation. But the devotee took shelter in the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he was not affected. So then, of course, the morning came and the prostitute was disappointed. And then she still wanted to fulfill her duty because she was getting paid. So Haridas said, you come tonight, then I will surely finish my rounds quickly. How many times have we said that? I'll finish my rounds quickly. And then I will fulfill. That night came again. He asked her to wait. And Haridas Thakur blissfully chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the hours rolled. Again, Haridas Thakur, no looking to the side, no peep him. He was not affected. Again, the lady was disappointed. Haridas Thakur, being a Vaishnava, said, oh, I'm very sorry to disappoint you. Come again. And then the same thing happened. She waited patiently. Haridas Thakur, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By this time, a transformation took place. By listening to Shuddha Nam, the pure chanting of a pure devotee, there's no power greater than the chanting of a pure devotee and the holy name emanating from his lotus mouth is going to transform anyone. And this holy name entered in the heart of the prostitute. And then she started crying and fell at the feet of Haridas Thakur. Here it is, lust personified, coming to conquer a devotee. But the lust has been conquered by the holy name of the pure devotee. And she said, my plan was to try and break your vows. But now I see that you are a true saintly person. And I asked for forgiveness. And then she became, correct me if I'm wrong, the only disciple of Haridas Thakur. She shaved her hair. Ladies, hint, hint, I'm joking. She shaved her hair. And she also followed in the footsteps of her spiritual master and chanted exactly the same amount of rounds as Haridas Thakur. She gave up her ways, and then she, in front of Tulsi, chanted, and that lust, which is the driving force in the material world, and what's the driving force in the spiritual world? Krishna Prema. So these are the two forces that the living entity has a struggle or fighting for. So what is that struggle? It is explained here in the Bhagavad Gita. It's a very famous 2 verses. Anyone know what these verses are? That's right. So, Bhagavad Gita, text number 62 and 63. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops. And from lust, anger arises. Text 63. From anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. While memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again in the material pool. So as we are all trying to go on the path of Krishna consciousness, we all have different kinds of struggles. So these two verses are laying out the path of ruination in our Krishna consciousness. If you want to ruin your Krishna consciousness, raise your hand. If you don't want to ruin your Krishna consciousness, raise your hand. So then here Krishna is giving us a hint, a path of how to avoid to ruin your Krishna consciousness. And the seed of the ruination is what? Contemplation. Have you noticed when you're walking down the streets, the shop windows are massive, isn't it? They're not small by any chance, are they? Why are the shop windows so big? To catch your eyes. Have you ever been in Harrods and seen the displays over there? Have you gone to Selfridges and display they have on the windows? They are displayed in such a way to contemplate your senses, isn't it? How many of you have a shopping list and you go to a place and you shop, and then after you finish shopping, you look at the shopping list and you realize, hey, wait a minute, there's more in the basket than on the shopping list, isn't it? I've fallen victim. You have your list, you start putting things in, but then there's nice displays of other things. Hey, that looks nice. Hey, I will put that in the basket. Hey, I didn't come to buy that, but it's there. So then the senses are costed by these things. And then these things that Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Sri Sri Gaunitai Srila Prabhupada ki. So that is the beginning, that's the seed. When we see something, then it depends how we want to act. There's 4 stages these things work. Anyone know what it is? 4 stages that lead us: thinking, feeling, willing, and actually executing. So that's where it begins. When we contemplate, when we think about it. So then at the bud of that situation, you have 2 choices. Either to block it out, either not to allow to take control of you, either you take control of your mind, senses, and just contemplate on Krishna, think of Krishna. Haridas Thakur was in the same situation. On one side, there was the temptation. On the other side was the holy name. So every day we get these choices. Every day we are confronted with these choices. And it's up to us what choices we take. So then what happens when we're contemplating? What's the next stage? Ladies, what's the next stage that happens? So you've seen something on the, no offense, please forgive me. You've seen something in the window. It's Diwali, it's time to get a new sari. What's the next stage that happens? Sorry? No? That's right, thank you. You become attached to it. You feel you want to have it. You become hankering, lamenting and hankering. So you hanker for it. You want it. If you don't allow at the beginning to nip it at the bud, then that contemplation becomes an attachment. An attachment is a very, very difficult thing. It can lead to certain kind of happiness, but it can also lead to some kind of pain. Has anyone ever had a little kind of a small splinter coming from the side of the nail? And how many have tried to pull it? And that is attached to your body. And when you try to pull it, what is the effect of pulling that? Makes it worse, or it's painful. And if you yank it, blood. So attachment is like that. Once you've allowed yourself to be attached to something, it's like yanking at that thing. And then who wants pain? No one. Who wants suffering? No one. But that's the duality of attachment. At the moment, a certain attachment you'll find a certain happiness. In material world, we find attachments give a certain joy, happiness, but that same attachment can give you pain and suffering. Okay, so we're contemplating, then we want hanker, we become attached to it. And what's the next stage? Somebody just said it. Desire it. Isn't it? You want it. You become attached. And then, by hook or crook, you want to try and get it. Somehow or another. There's no money in the Barclays account. And what do Barclays Bank decide to do? Give you an overdraft. Give you a credit card. How many people have overrun their credit card? Sham, I know you got 10 of them. So then, that's the nature of the material world. They want you to spend money that you don't have. And one person literally had no credit. Somehow or another, they gave him a credit of £10,000. And of course, what did he do? He just ranked it up. And then he ran away to Florida. True story. Anyway, so then the desire is there. And then the senses are facilitated by different ways. By the shop owners, by Barclays Bank. Okay, so then contemplating, we become attached, then the desire to want it. Then after that, what happens? That's right. So it's interesting, lust and anger are interconnected. I'm ashamed, but I've been a victim where I've been attached to something, and because I didn't get it, I became angry. So then when you can't get something, you become angry. You become upset, become frustrated. And unfortunately, if you're on the path of spiritual life, anger is one of the things that is the root cause of ruining our spiritual life. So many people have ruined their spiritual life just because of anger. Okay, so then from anger, what happens? What's the next step? So we contemplate it, we become attached to it, we have a desire for it, we can't get it, we get angry, we can't get it. What happens next? We become delusioned because we can't get it. Because we can't get it, Barclays Bank won't give us the credit. There's no money. You go in the shop to try and get it. There's no money. Then you become delusioned. You can't get it. And then after delusion, what happens? Then you lose your intelligence. Then you can't think properly, isn't it? All these years you've been waiting, you've been trained and trained and trained. But when you become delusioned, then you can't think properly. We might have been in that situation when we're delusioned, then we lose control of our thoughts. We can't think properly. We make mistakes. And then after that, we fall down. And this is how it works, that we contemplate on something, we become attached to it, we can't get it, and then when we can't get it, we become very, very angry, and from anger we lose control of our faculties, and then we fall down and we go into madness and illusion. But as explained, as discussed before, if we take shelter of Krishna, if we stay strong, if we stay in a sangha, helping each other, sharing our realizations, then we won't fall victim of this. Even though it's such a powerful force, even though it's the driving force in the material world. Some people think money makes the world go round and round, but actually it's karma. Karma is the reason that makes the world go round and round. It is the seed that if we don't get Krishna prema, then we will just try and fulfill our desires, lust. How many have ever tried to put a fire out by putting petrol? Once I was in charge of burning Ravana. In the tennis court we used to make Ravana over there. And then I was lighting the fire over there, and the fire was not taking place. So I got a bucket of petrol, and I chucked this petrol into the fire. There was a small fire, and the fire went poof. Needless to say, it burnt my eyebrows and gave me the shock of my life, Don't try that. So if you try to satisfy your desires by just wanting to satisfy them, then your senses will never become satisfied. It's like putting fuel on fire. It'll just get worse and worse and worse. So, in conclusion to this verse, the senses are indeed very, very strong. Sometimes they're considered on a chariot. We're riding a chariot, and there the 5 horses, and you are the driver. And when you're driving this chariot, and if you don't know how to control the 5 horses, the horses, which represents the indriyas, the senses, they'll go all over the place. And you will have one hell of a rocky ride. But if you learn how to control your senses, then your ride will be smooth. Your journey will be smooth. So, despite it being very, very difficult, despite this all-powerful karma, wanting to enjoy, and lust isn't just a sexual thing, it's wanting greed, wanting things in our life. So it expands from there. So the struggles of spiritual life may be there, but we take shelter of Krishna, and prayer is a very, very powerful way to try and get the attention of Krishna. Krishna knows how hard it is. Krishna knows it's not easy. So Prabhupada gives a little hint in the purport as we strive for spiritual life. What hint is there? What solace is there that Krishna is giving us on this path, on the purport? Anyone remember? Sorry? Mercy of the Lord. So it is explained that He forgives the accidental fall of a devotee. The Lord forgives the accidental fall of a devotee. So we might fall victim of this. We don't want to, but if we do, then Krishna is very kind. Karuna Sindhu, it is said again in the Bhagavad Gita that even though we might fall victim of our senses, if we're rightly situated, we are still a devotee. We are still a sadhu. So we must pray very, very nicely to the Lord. By the prayer, then we can get the attention of the Lord. I thought I could maybe just read a little thought that I put together. From thinking on the senses play, attachment grows and leads astray. Desire is born, the heart inflamed. When hindered, anger is then named. From anger, clouds of delusion arise. The memory fades, the spirit dies, the mind is lost, the soul undone, all wisdom stolen, all battles won. O Arjuna, the Lord does say, this lust devours the world today. It burns within, hides the soul. It is the thief of the self-control. Yet Krishna gives the path to stand, control the senses, take command, fix the mind upon His feet, where lust and anger find defeat. For only by His holy name the fire is quenched, the heart reclaimed, and when His mercy floods the breast, the soul awakens free at rest. Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki. So today is also the appearance of Srimati Sita Thakurani. So I'll just speak a few words about Sita Thakurani. She is the wife of Advaita Acharya. She lived where? Anyone know where she lived? Shantipur. Who's been to Shantipur? The devotees have a festival, a very nice festival in Shantipur. They make loads and loads of khichdi and distribute it. Anyone been to this festival? It's a nice festival. So Sita Thakurani, she lived over there in Shantipur with her husband Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya had two houses, one in Mayapur and one in Shantipur. And it is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that Sita Thakurani is on the same level as Sachi Mata. She in Vatsalya Ras, when Nimai was born, she traveled all the way to Mayapur and she brought many gifts with Advaita Acharya. And when when Lord Chaitanya was given the name Vishwamba, the parents Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra asked Sita Thakurani to give a nice nickname to Vishwamba, and they chose the name, or rather Sita Thakurani chose the name Nimai. So when you hear the word Nimai, if your child is called Nimai, then this name was given by Sita Thakurani that we honor and celebrate her appearance today. As we close, are there any questions, comments, queries? Anyone wants to say anything? Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki. Nitai Go Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. Thank you. Hare Krishna.